Coach. Thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. He spins free. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Delta.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, Mike. Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go!
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Snap.
2nd and 2. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hey, C6. Hey!
Mike 5-4.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
At their own 13-yard line.
Check out. 5, 6, 5. Reggie. 11 Z. Hey, wahoo.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
I got motion man. Me.
Bravo.
35's the Mike. Watch the run. They're running it. Say.
Quo.
Tight dog.
Go ahead. Middle.
Bang. Blitz.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Line 40.
Hey, watch the slant. Check 13.
12. Smooth.
On first down, it's Gurley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Here's Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up first and 10.
12. Hey, exit.
They run. It's Gurley. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at their 49-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Shoot.
Hey, check. Hey, Haywood.
Watch the motion.
They'll try the air now with Locke. He's got his man on the crossing route. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down. In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 22-yard line.
12. Five.
Check 26. He's checking. Crash.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 18-yard line.
Mexico. 180.
It's going to be a long day, offense.
New draw Corker.
Check 37.
11B.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's get off the field, D. Hey, check Mike 39.
Second and 5 now. Luck. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 2.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. And they're driving, but they come up on a third and short here.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Double dog. That's the way. Motion.
11.
Again, Locke. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Check 99. Check
99.
Now it's Hunt. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, box drop.
Right there. 54, Mike. No chance. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Ready.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Back to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. The Redskins send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
Them boys came out to play. I've been here, bro. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
12. Check play 39.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. Going left side, it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Check 3.
Hey, check. Go. Watch it.
Now a 1st down throw. Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down. Luck. And some room to maneuver. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. A try here for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Switch! Switch!
Hey, Delta!
Hey, check Mike 39! Check Mike 39! Let's go one more!
To throw again on second down. Luck. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught at the 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. All day, punt. Hey,
Quo.
check Mike 39. Let's go, D.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. They can't hang with us.
From the red zone now, Locke. He finds Taylor, complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Back to throw. Locke. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check out. Watch the 2-7.
Choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike 50.
Hey, check. We ain't giving up nothing today.
No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here.
Hey, seam 6.
Mike right here over there, right? 52's the Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the...
Quo.
Out of the gun. Luck. And he's got his man on the out route.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Topper! Topper! Hey! Wahoo!
11.
And that'll set him back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here it comes. Here it comes. 12. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go.
Bravo!
A shotgun snap for Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Get it.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt. Going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
The 6-yard line.
Check out! Right! 622! Run! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Out. 3 down. Out.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back them up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Check out! 90! Tight end left. You got 3 down.